Thoughts Out of Season by Nietzsche. Narrated by Andrew Jackson. Part 1. David Strauss, the Confessor and the Writer. David Strauss. 1. Public opinion in Germany seems strictly to forbid any allusion to the evil and dangerous consequences of a war, more particularly when the war in question has been a victorious one. Those writers, therefore, command a more ready attention who, regarding this public opinion as final, proceed to vie with each other in their jubilant praise of the war and of the powerful influences it has brought to bear upon morality, culture, and art. Yet it must be confessed that a Giat victory is a great danger. Human nature bears a triumph less easily than a defeat. Indeed, it might even be urged that it is simpler to gain a victory of this sort than to turn it to such account that it may not ultimately proxy-us rout. But of all evil results due to the last contest with France, the most deplorable, perhaps, is that widespread and even universal error of public opinion and of all who think publicly, that German culture was also victorious in the struggle, and that it should now, therefore, be decked with garlands, as a fit recognition of such extraordinary events and successes. This error is in the highest degree pernicious, not because it is an error, for there are illusions which are both salutary and blessed, but because it threatens to convert our victory into a signal defeat. Defeat? I should say rather, into the uprooting of the German mind for the benefit of the German Empire. Even supposing that the fight had been between the two cultures, the standard for the value of the victor would still be a very relative one, and, in any case, would certainly not justify such exaggerated triumph or self-glorification. For, in the first place, it would be necessary to ascertain the worth of the conquered culture. This might be very little, in which case, even if the victory had involved the most glorious display of arms, it would still offer no warrant for inordinate rapture. Even so, however, there can be no question, in our case, of the victory of German culture, and for the simple reason that French culture remains as heretofore, and that we depend upon it as heretofore. It did not even help towards the success of our arms. Severe military discipline, natural bravery and sustaining power, the superior generalship, unity and obedience in the rank and file, in short, factors which have nothing to do with culture, were instrumental in making us conquer an opponent in whom the most essential of these factors were absent. The only wonder is that precisely what is now called culture in Germany did not prove an obstacle to the military operations which seemed vitally necessary to a great victory. Perhaps, though, this was only owing to the fact that this thing, which dubs itself culture, saw its advantage, for once, in keeping in the background. If, however...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?